In today's video, we're continuing our coverage on Spider-Man No Way Home, aka Spider-Man 4. So, the theory mill, the scoop mill, the leak mill, the scoopers making stuff up is going absolutely rampant at the moment, which is insanely cool because it is helping to rebuild the Marvel community here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, so on and so forth, not just for Spider-Man, for Doomsday, and for Secret Wars, and people seem to actually care. That is the biggest takeaway here. So they're still shooting in Glasgow on set as of the time we're recording this. The swing-in looks absolutely insane, right? Practically looks insane. But let's not get it twisted. As cool as Tom Holland's Spider-Man stunt doubles are, they had practical swing-in with Andrew Garfield, but you're also going to get what we call VFX work as well. So most of it won't be practical, but they will use the practical to simulate the rest of it. It's just basically going to look like the best Spider-Man movie ever. So the rumors are constantly changing for this movie. I get it. Sony and Marvel Studios have been having a fight over the overall narrative, and it appears that Tom Holland and Marvel have won, where there's not going to be many multiversal concepts in this movie, although there will be setups from the likes of Sam Wilson's Avengers team showing up to try and get Spider-Man to help if needed. So, the overall villain for this movie has changed so many times. If you remember, at the end of the last Venom movie, where Null was stuck on Clintar, and Null was supposed to escape and via the symbiote, and he was going to be the overall villain. Then we had the symbiotes was going to be the villain for this movie. Then we had Spider Island concept was going to be part of this movie. Then we had Mr. Negative and the inner demons were part of this movie, but apparently they're not because the scoopers said so. Scary ridiculous, lads. Then it was Kingpin. And let's not forget all the multiversal concepts. So I actually think it's quite likely that Kingpin and maybe the Hand could be the villains. So what is cool is the scoopers are getting exposed. The real big scoopers like the likes of RPK, My Time to Shine, Alex Perez, they're all getting exposed. And I guess you could say, yeah, there's going to be more scoopers around than ever before at the moment because people in Glasgow are literally, you know, taking pictures and stuff in person, right? But unless someone can actually come out and be like, yo, this is the villain, this is where we're going, they're all making stuff up. It is so obvious. And I try and let you lads and ladettes know this. But like I say, I like covering all this stuff. I don't really care who's right and who's wrong because we're building up a community, we're building up a narrative towards this movie. It just looks absolutely freaking insane. And as we already know, the stuff they're filming outside, it's minor stuff. They usually film the huge spoiler stuff inside of sound stages. Yeah, I know. Toby and Andrew was a controlled leak, and that's how it got out. You really think 4K stuff was leaking? It was that good quality that people thought it was fake. So there is a new rumor going around. Actually, there's a few. So allegedly, Scorpion, it says this, there are big plans for Scorpion beyond Spider-Man Brand New Day. Interesting. Scorpion's never really been a big-time villain, let's be honest. So we know Michael Mando Scorpion will have a key role in this movie, but he's expected not to be the main antagonistic. We still don't know who the big bad is of this movie. According to Scoop... Okay, I no longer say the Scooper's name. According to someone, the plan is for Scorpion to eventually factor into Spider-Man 5. Oh, I love it when these Scoopers start talking about a movie that's like 8 years old. So allegedly, after Geigen is defeated, he'll bond with the Venom symbiote, essentially taking Eddie Brock's place in the MCU. After all, if Peter Parker requires the alien costume in Avengers Secret Wars, then he can bring it back to Earth Spider-Man 5, rid himself of the new symbiote, then he'll be faced with a vengeful Scorpion who has been transformed into Venom. Interesting. Very interesting. The Punisher was chasing Scorpion. This is another scene, allegedly. And Spider-Man was trying to stop him from killing his target. They explained the Punisher is a bit like the Winter Soldier in A Brand New Day. Well, according to what I've heard, it actually sounds like Punisher and Hulk aren't really in this movie this much. So it goes on to say, according to Cosmic Circus, blah, 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 despite rumors, Mr. Negative and Inter Demons are not part of Brand New Day. Well, why is everyone freaking running with it? Because a logo was seen on set that looked like a demon, but again, it could be Punisher's logo. It could be literally anything. Now, if you do actually listen to what I say properly, even when I cover this stuff, I tell you what I think it is. In yesterday's video, before this news broke that Mr. Negative wasn't the overall villain. I literally said that probably isn't even true. So there's also some other information going around from someone else that is claiming Dimitri as Chameleon or Chameleon. Nah, it's actually Chameleon. Will be the orchestrating from the shadows like a chess master. Okay, he was also in Spider-Man PS4, who will be taunting Spider-Man through psychological manipulation and making his allies doubt on who's really foe and friend. The blip erased him from existence for 5 years, returning him into a world that had forgotten him. He resents heroes from Spider-Man for erasing villains whilst hiding behind masks. Why Spider-Man specifically? Peter represents what Chameleon could never have, a real self beneath the mask. By messing with him, Chameleon forces Peter to doubt everything, mirroring his own void, and provide erasure wins. Now, Chameleon Air, I mean, the master manipulator, that does sound pretty likely. Someone's manipulating Punisher, because Punisher wouldn't just start beating on Spider-Man. Everyone knows Spider-Man is a hero and is a good guy. And obviously Hulk isn't just going to start beating on Punisher or Spider-Man, is he? No. So there is rumors of how the Hulk's going to become Savage. I don't really get why people say Savage Hulk, because we've never had Savage Hulk. It's just Angry Hulk. I mean, Savage Hulk is comic book true. There is lots of theories out there of so-called scoop. You know, most of these scoops are just theories that Scoop has run with. So there's one that says the demon's breath, right? But if Mr. Negative's not going to be in the movie, then are they really going to copy Spider-Man PS4 storyline? Well, that would absolutely bang. But there's another one saying it's actually going to be the Venom symbiote from the 616 attaches to Hulk, and that's how Hulk's going to go back to being mental. Either way, I'm here for it. So it continues. I hear that as part of the pitch to Marvel, which has been made into the movie, Dustin Daniel Cretton was open to the movie. Very light-hearted before it completely transformed into edge-of-your-seat panorama into a twisted plot that will have audience thinking every scene could be a trap or misdirection. I do think there is going to be a lot of manipulation in this. You know why? Because Doctor Doom is actually in charge here, a.k.a. Chameleonaire. The Chameleon is working for Doctor Doom, and there is some multiversal level stuff going on here, but it's going to be street level stuff. But Chameleonaire is actually working for Victor Von Doom, and it's an ultimate plan so that when we get the face-off and he thinks it's Tony Stark and he's really going to make out he's Tony Stark, but then he's like, no, then he's going to stab him in the back, and then we get the Venom symbiote. Doctor Doom's behind everything in a roundabout way. So, very interesting. I think, are we going to say, well, no, we won't say who this is from, because like I say, there's no point. It doesn't really matter. It's just a rumor going around the internet. But this Chameleonaire being behind everything is the most logical and the most believable rumor going around at the moment. Seeing as we're now on to villain number 6. It's mad that we started off with Venom, The Last Dance, sliding into Spider-Man 4 and us getting Null, the god of the symbiotes. And now it's not happening, and now it's being Chameleonaire that's actually really being controlled by Victor Von Doom, aka Doctor Doom. That's insane. Really is insane. So, the last Spider-Man movie, mainly because it was rage bait and nostalgia bait because of Tobey and Andrew, nearly hit $2 billion. So, we have Spider-Man Brand New Day next year, but you also have Avengers Doomsday. Fantastic Four isn't actually flopping as hard as what you lads want to tell me. And the same as Superman isn't successful as you lads are trying to tell me. So in 2 weekends, the Fantastic Four has made $370 million, right? 2 weekends. The Fantastic Four was never popular in the comic books. It was never actually popular ever, really. So it will break 500 and will break even. Superman is one of the most popular characters in the world. 550 million. Sorry, 555 million, right? And it's been out 1 month, right? Internationally, $237 million. So that tells us that Superman isn't actually as well known and as liked as what people make out it to be. But people are like, yeah, people are America at the moment. No, they're not. People are still going on holiday to America and South America, Mexico, Dominican Republic, so on and so forth, right? So I don't understand how people America. So if you take away the international, Superman's actually flopping harder than last time. Why am I saying this? Well, because Spider-Man movies never miss. They never miss. So Spider-Man and Brand New Day could actually end up making more money than Avengers Doomsday, but probably not because Spider-Man's actually going to appear in said movie as well. So it's a great time to be a superhero fan. But do you really think Supergirl is going to get anywhere near Spider-Man numbers? So for the next week or so, whilst they're still shooting in Glasgow, you're going to get so many clips, pictures of more swinging. There's this goated artwork. It's actually an image that's going around. It's basic art of a behind-the-scenes image of Spider-Man, and it looks absolutely goated. Can't find who actually took the picture. Absolutely freaking insane. It's a good time to be a Spider-Man fan because allegedly we are getting spin-off from the animated universe at Sony with Venom, Spider-Punk, Spider-Woman, but the source is a bit meh, so I won't say where it's coming from. But it seems like it's a good time to be a Spider-Man fan. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Let us know who's actually the villain. Who is actually the villain? Let me know who do you want it to be, because Dr. Doom is actually in charge of Chameleon Air. And sometimes I say things wrong, so you lads tell me I'm saying it wrong down below, and I said that, so you actually say that. But seems like a good time. So allegedly Punisher's on the set of this movie. But I don't know if I believe that, because he's supposed to be filming his special presentation Disney Plus show that I might actually watch elsewhere. So how is he in two places at once? The stunt double, but surely his stunt double would also be needed on the set of this special presentation as well. It's going to be absolutely peak, and I hope Punisher and the Hulk aren't just cameo roles. But like I said, lads, you're going to find out right at the end of the movie, whoever's the villain is actually working for Dr. Doom. And it's a big ploy for when Spider-Man meets Dr. Doom. It's a massive ploy. Trust me, lads. Trust me. I've got the best source in the game telling me. So like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. But check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, Warstu G. And I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.